Hello friends, it's Dave here from SaveDex, here to talk about a new game that's just released on Nintendo Switch. It is called Route Me Mail and Delivery Co. I noticed this game in the Coming Soon section on the eShop a few weeks ago and immediately added it to my wishlist. Being a postman myself, I was instantly drawn to this, as this is essentially a postman simulator. I did a live stream of this game as I wanted to showcase it, as I feel like this is the sort of thing that can easily get overshadowed on the eShop amongst everything else that came out this week, and no one seemed to be talking about it, so that's what I'm here to do. So just so you know, at the time of recording this review, I've played a few hours into it. I haven't beaten the game or anything, but I want to get my early impressions out there now and explain what this game is about. Before we get started, I'd just like to point out that my friend Scott from 1UP Level Up, who is also in this line of work, is planning on reviewing the game as well. I'll put a link to his channel in the top pinned comments, so take a look when his review comes out and consider subscribing to him while you're there. He does some great content and we have a few collabs coming up. And speaking of subscribing, we are on our way to 900 now. Thank you to everyone who has taken the time to subscribe, and if you want to join the SaveDex party, then you're just one click away. So now that all of the admin is out of the way, let's take a look at the game as we ask ourselves, does this game deliver? Is it the full package? Is it a royal mail or a royal fail? And we must also ask ourselves, what is Route Me Mail and Delivery Co? It's a game where you play as a postman, new to the job, and you have a debt of $1,000 to the company. How do you earn money to pay that off? By working there, of course. My first impressions of this game was a terrifying one, as one of my colleagues just ran right through me. I thought this was a post office, not a ghost office. You can only select the first round to start with, and you are tasked with delivering 8 letters and 3 parcels. You have a small area. Each of the 8 available houses in this area has a red mailbox outside. You press the A button next to it to deliver the letter. The box turns blue to indicate it's been done. There are several NPCs scattered around, but the 3 that need a parcel delivered will have a box in front of them to indicate where they are. You can also find coins scattered around the stage, 3 hidden letters to find, and some gems that you can sell at the shop. You have a strict time limit indicated by the time of day shown at the top. This scrolls through each hour, but it's not in real time. A full working day only takes a few minutes. When you finish or the time runs out, you go through the checklist to see whether you've finished everything, and you get bonuses for finishing early. You get paid for how well you did. You also have a promotion meter that fills up. The better you did, the higher up it goes. When it fills up, you get a cash bonus. In between rounds, you'll be back at the office. Here you can talk to the gentleman who runs the shop section. You can sell those gems you found and use the money and your wages to purchase upgrades. These are essential, as when you complete a round, you unlock a new one. This is set in the same city, but you have a much bigger area to cover, which means you have a lot more letters to deliver. Still just 3 parcels at least, but you have the same time limit to cover all that ground. So when you save enough money, you can purchase upgrades to increase your speed, make speed boosts appear, and so on. Other things happening on these stages are dogs, who are just as annoying in this game as they are in real life. If one goes near you, you freeze for a few seconds. You can also climb buildings to get hidden letters and coins, and also jump over fences. Y is your dash, which has a stamina bar, and the right stick is to move the camera, as some things can be hidden behind bushes or buildings. As you can imagine, the bigger areas are difficult to complete, and buying the upgrades certainly helps, but the main thing you need to do is keep replaying them and learning the layouts of the levels, where all the letterboxes are, where the parcels need to go, and finding the optimal route to complete it as fast as possible. This is a game built for speedrunners, and as someone who doesn't speedrun games, it's given me an insight into that world. The game can be quite grindy. If I can't beat a harder level, I will just keep replaying an easier one over and over again to build up my money to purchase enough upgrades to beat the hardest stage. This might sound like a bad thing for some, and it isn't for everyone, I know, but the tight time limit enhances the experience in this nature. It created a feeling of urgency, and even when replaying a stage I already beaten, I strived to do it faster each time, checking the clock at certain points and seeing that I had gotten there earlier than the last time, and it was always a satisfying feeling. When you pay off the $1,000 debt, you can get a second house, buy a computer for your house, and you can rent out the place for someone for some extra income, and you can also buy cosmetics to put inside your house as well. I really like how this game looks. It has a top-down 2D art style, which makes me think of the Super Nintendo and Game Boy Color sort of games, but the rotating camera makes it come to life a bit more, and instead of looking down at a 2D world, I'm looking at a 3D made landscape with thin characters and buildings, almost like a diorama someone's made. And I like some strange things happening as well, such as fairies randomly playing in the park. It's good when a game has a sense of humour. There are a few issues I had with the game. Firstly, the dash move I found to be unresponsive at times. It would take a few attempts for it to actually register the dash move, which is annoying when you're trying to do things as quickly as possible. And it did also take me a while to get into this game. It doesn't really explain things to you very clearly, and I wasn't entirely sure what I was meant to be doing at first. I mean, I knew that I had to go around posting letters and that, but it doesn't tell you what pay you get for certain rounds and for your performance. The meter showing your promotion or the city's happiness doesn't have any clear sense of progression. Because of this, it did take me a while to properly get into the game, but eventually it did click, and now I really do enjoy it. The game costs £5.89, €6.59 or $7.99, but I bought this at a discount. It was about £3.80. So it is at a low enough price, and I honestly think even without the discount this is worth it. I am having a lot of fun with this game, and it can get very addicting. Hopefully I've explained this game well enough for you to know if it's a game you would enjoy, because I honestly think this is not a game for everyone. Just remember, you will be replaying some stages over and over again, working out optimal routes and grinding for cash. If that doesn't appeal to you, then you're best off avoiding this one. But for a cheap little title that has that fun, addicting, speedrunning goodness that encourages exploration and experimentation to work out the best possible routes, then this game is a good one to get. So let me know in those comments down below whether this looks like one you would enjoy. Maybe it's my bias given that I do this for a living, minus the fence jumping and building climbing of course, but I do really enjoy this game. While you're down there typing out your comment, be sure to click that like and subscribe, it really helps us out a lot. So thank you so much for watching everyone, see you in the next one.